Christians have different characteristics from people in the world. Most striking of all, it is to serve others with humble attitude. Of course, this character is usually shown in dealing with the people of the world, but essentially, the characteristic appears when church members lower themselves and serve one another. Through this, church members can receive peace and comfort in the church, and their faith life can be motivated based on affection and trust for each other. Like this, humility and service confirms the identity of the church. Moreover, it is a very important part for the church to stand firm in order to continuously exist. The life of serving others with humble attitude is a commandment of the Lord, and He first served as a model for us. This was what Jesus asked earnestly to His disciples lastly before He was crucified a few hours ago. The Lord, having supper with His disciples, laid aside His garments, took a towel, and girded Himself. After that, He poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and wipe them with the towel which He girded. The disciples were surprised because this behavior was how lowly servants served their masters. The Lord said, "You call me teacher and Lord, and you say, 'Well, for so I am.' If I then, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that you should do as I have done to you. Most assuredly, I say to you, a servant is not greater than his master, nor is he who is sent greater than he who sent him. If you know these things, blessed are you if you do them." This is true. Jesus is our teacher, master, and the one who sent us. If so, how should we behave as His disciples, as His servants, and as the one who He sent? It is because the Lord lowered Himself and served us that we are saved and have the hope of eternal life, even though we were originally destined to be destroyed in despair. If the Lord had used a worldly method, suppressing the weak ones from the position as the greatest one, we would still wander in darkness. However, He made no distinction between people and served us, so we came to be the greatest in heaven because of His humility. Today, the value which the Lord gave to us is as great as the way the Son of God lowered Himself. Anyone who knows how great and precious the Lord's service is will live the life of service and as one who received benefits. On the contrary, the people who deny the Lord's service and do not realize the value of His service cannot live the life of humble service, and even the Lord will regard them as not related to Him. What the Lord wants from us is not that we calculate a legal process to go into heaven and pretend to know how. Let us offer ourselves as we appreciate the Lord. Let's make our life so that we can be a cheer toward the Lord, who has raised us up by lowering Himself.